Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can see by the title of the video, I'm gonna talk about some things to consider. So there are kids screaming downstairs, so if you hear them, it is my bad. I can't cancel them out of this. But yeah, so I'm gonna talk about some things to consider when thinking about primary school, and like some tips and tricks when it comes not primary school, like when it came to picking a secondary school. So I know like every year there are like batches of primary school kids that have to choose your secondary school, and as you guys can see by the title of this video, I am going to talk about some things to consider when picking your secondary school, because I know that a lot of you that watch my channel are from primary schools. So gonna talk about some things you should consider, which I did, and still don't know if I regretted it. But yeah, so some things that I considered when I picked my secondary school, and how you can make your best choice, or how I got info, like, you know, just so you guys know, the school I'm from now, I never went to the open house. I only knew like everything like on posting day and like um first day of school. So something you should know is that never make that mistake that I did. So okay, let's get on with the video now, and let's go on to the first tip. So tip number one, I would recommend that you guys consider the like your abilities, if you guys don't mind me saying. But like, you know, I knew I was like a high achiever in primary school, and that I kind of like had high expectations for myself. But you know, don't over expect. Like, it's good to have high expectations, but like don't overdo it in a sense. So like in primary school, I knew my results weren't that bad, but to me they were kind of a bit like sometimes a bit disappointing. Almost in the wrong way. But all in all, I don't think that the school considered it quite bad. I think I was okay. But yeah, so if you know your grades, and you know you can kind of like estimate like how high you would be, and you have to consider that this is a national examination, so you can kind of like estimate from like how good your cohort is in a sense. I'm not saying that use your cohort and like estimate like, oh, I'll get like 2.7 something. It doesn't work that way. There's the bell curve. So you guys should actually think to how much you expect, like how much you think you can get, and kind of work from there. So if for me, like after my PSLE, I thought, okay, I thought I didn't do so well, so I thought that I'd probably get like a 2.3 something, 2.2 something. I know it's kind of like putting myself down in a bit, because if some of you guys know my PSI results, yeah, so it's kind of like I kind of like put myself down a bit. So like from then on, then when I went to open house, I would look for schools that were like around that area, but sometimes I visited schools that were a bit higher standard, like MGS, you know, things like that, TKGS. And I never expected myself to get like so good, to like, as in like to go all the way to like Raffles. So I never went to Raffles open house. But if you know your grades are that good, you can go. Or if you know you can just explore around, doesn't matter your grade, you can explore without thinking about this too. But I would suggest that you go to schools that you think you want to go to. So at this point in time, since it's already June holidays, you should start looking up schools already. And then, which moves on to my second tip, which is to actually um, go for your open houses of different schools. So my school just had our open house. By the time you see this will be last Saturday, which I don't know if we have a second one, so I'm sorry, this is a bit late. But most schools do have 2 open houses a year, so if you missed that school, then maybe you can look for the next open house. They probably would have a second open house, because most schools do that. Hey guys, it's me editing this. So basically I went to check it out. They actually have only like one most schools have only one open house, but most of them are actually at the end of the year. If you can't find the time to go for the open house, and you check out their website, I'll link down where I got all the open house dates down below in the info part, so you guys can go check it out and see, if the school you want is there. But if it's not, you can go check out their website. They most likely, if the date isn't there, they either not having an open house, which is nearly impossible, or you can go check out when they're gonna have it. If you can't find the date, you can just check out the website, which has everything, but I would suggest you guys better go for the open house. Yeah, so go look at the open house, look at the CCA, look at the school environment, what is it like, what's the campus like, so you can make your best choice. Um, third thing, your third tip is to consider that the fact of you having to go there for the next 4 years. So I'm gonna take this on my own experience, which is that one of the schools that I actually thought to go off was um, CHIJ St. Nicholas, which is one of the very, up there schools that like really popular among my school, especially when I was in P6. And a lot of my friends went there in the end. But the thing is, I was gonna put it as my first choice, but I was talking about it with my mom, and the true fact is that I live very far from the school. So the school is somewhere around in like Ang Mo Kio area, and I live in the northeast. So like distance was a problem, which is why I actually took up schools from nearer my house and put those as my first choice. Because let's be honest, you're gonna be waking up at like 5 a.m. every day for school, which I still do, but it will be a rush even for you to wake up at 5 a.m. and then you have to travel all the way if it's very far from your house, especially, and your parents. If your parents send you, that might not be a problem, but you have to think about after school, after CCAs, which secondary school CCAs, they end quite late, around 6 to 6:30ish. Some of them end around 5:30, just like primary school. But the time it takes for you to travel from school back home, that also has to be accounted in. And how just the amount of time it takes for traveling. So like the school I'm at now is like around 45 minutes to an hour-ish away from my house, and I'm lucky that I have school bus in the morning because my parents do not send me. But after school I do have to come back home myself. There is no it's a one-way transport, so I don't have like transport back home unless I take public transport, which is what I do. So yeah. And then the fourth thing to consider when you're choosing a school is the school environment. That is something that is very important, which I will also relate to my second or third tip. Second tip, which is to look at open houses and explore them. So different schools actually offer different subjects at upper sec, and there are schools like my school. We offer social studies and geography, social studies and history, but we do not offer social studies and literature. So literature can only be taken as a pure subject. And in O-levels, there's only one literature class, which is my class. So yeah. So you gotta consider, and like, what's the school environment like? So basically the main point here is like, go for the open house. Okay, it won't be a waste of your time. You can go with your parents, you can go with your friends. You have to consider a lot of things inside this, and basically the school environment is very important. So different people work differently in different environments, so you gotta see like how you work in school and how you would like, what is the most ideal kind of environment for you to study in. So yeah, that is different for everyone, which is why I say you have to go and look at different school environments and like how the school is like, what the school culture is like, so that the school you go to is something that would fit you yourself, and you wouldn't like regret your choice, which I guess a lot of people do after not going to open houses. So yeah. So then I guess I will give you a fifth tip, which is subject combinations, because I know some of you have like older siblings, some of you don't. So like, if you have not seen like subject combinations, basically it depends on how good your grades are when you're in secondary 2, which is the most important thing. So remember, your end of year exams, you must be good in them. If not, you might probably be rejected. So like, I actually want to take triple science, but my science grades were not that good, so I got rejected from triple science. And yeah, I had to take another subject combination, which is my second choice, which had literature inside. And yeah, basically after you experience your subjects in the first year, I would suggest that you consider what you can take based on your grades. Secondly, what you like to do. And thirdly, why I said to check like the subject combinations in the school is because not all schools offer all types of subject combinations. So like, if you're like in P6 now and you love to make like food and stuff like that, go to schools that offer you like food and nutrition for your O levels. Or like, if you're really into science, you can do like, I think all schools offer triple science. But yeah, and also think about which track you want to go. So like, for me, I could have gone to IB track, but I chose to do O levels instead. And a lot of people ask me why, which I think my sister kind of convinced me that it was a better idea, and I don't know why. I just listened to her. But yeah, you know, you can talk around with your siblings, your seniors that have already started secondary school, and go to open houses and ask the people there like, which do you think is better. Like, ask the people who are in different tracks in the school, like N level, O level, or like IP, what's the difference, how is the experience. And yeah, and basically those are just like 5 small tips that like I will throw up into just this video, which was impromptu. I hope that like this 5 tips of like what to look out for, and like go to the open house, that's the one tip I have for you. Just go to the open house, will help you when it comes to choosing your secondary school, which is your life that you're gonna be spending for the next 4 years. And please don't take this lightly, because for the next 1 year after this, which is next year, you're probably gonna be thinking, oh, this is kind of like fun. And then when you get to sec 2 and 3, everything's just like, I don't want to do this anymore, trust me. Yeah, and then at sec 4, it's like, oh my god, the years pass by so fast, which is kind of true, because yeah, it's 4 years, which at sec 2 and 3 would seem like a long time to you, and you'll be like dreading coming to school and everything. But at sec 4, it's more like, oh, school is ending, and the fact that it's more like, crap, we have O levels in like, yay, 4 more months for me. Technically 5, because it starts in October and it's currently the end of May. But when you guys watch this, it'll be like the 1st of June, which still adds up to 5 months. But 5 months of school left, and I have O levels in 5 months. So not so fun for me, but hey, this is what you guys are gonna be up to like in the next 4 years to 5 years of your life. So yeah, basically just go and look up for as much information as you can about every school, the different tracks. Ask your seniors, ask your friend, ask your siblings. I had my sister, which was almost like literally practically useless for me, except for the very nice tip she gave me of like taking O levels instead of IP. But you know, don't let anyone convince you, because I accidentally let my sister convince me. I can't like regret not taking IP yet, not so much, because like I'm planning to go to poly instead of JC. So yeah, don't let anyone convince you to like take like a certain track in your secondary school. Okay, so what I meant by that was that don't let anyone change what you want to do just because, you know, they're your friends, they're doing this, they're going to the same school, they're doing a different track from you. Don't let that change your mind about what you want to do. Or even allow them to like kind of judge what school you want to go to, because everyone has their different preferences. So like, you know, you might prefer this school over the other one, while other people prefer the other school over this. Like, there are different reasons you pick different schools. So everything is actually still based off like I'm gonna be brutally honest, it's still based off your grades because this is Singapore. So um, just try your best in your PSLE and just do your best. I guess you can do it. Like I have a cousin taking PSLE like this year, and he was like, his parents were like stressing out over it, and I was like, yeah, you just chill. He was saying like it was so stressful. It's like, oh my god, PSLE, and I'm like, hi, I have O levels. I have 8 subjects. You have 4. How fun. Yeah, so I'd say it's important yet not so much. It will decide what school you go to, but the more important part is still your O levels. So if you think that certain schools, like your PSLE score does kind of affect which school you go to, but yeah, it ultimately it all boils down to your O levels in the future, which is the tip. Well, technically, your PSLE is like the tip of the iceberg. So yeah, it all boils down to your O levels basically. In the end, all your future boils down to your O levels. So I guess choose whatever is right for you, like environment wise, studies wise, distance wise, what will save you the most time on the way home. Yeah, so I actually have a secondary school, like based off experience, that I have a secondary school near my house, like literally just a walking distance away from my house. It's 2 bus stops down, but I never went to that school because I felt that that school was not right for me. So I'm not gonna say what that school is, but I have another secondary school around near my house, which is probably like a 15 minutes walk away from my house. But yeah, so I never went to any of those 2 schools, and it was never on my list because to me, I'm gonna reveal that I did score like a 255 for my PSLE. I did take higher mother tongue, which I got married for, so it added up to around 257. But the schools around my house were like neighborhood schools, and their cut points were like 100 plus 150 is the nearest school to my house. So I actually talked to my mom about it, and she said I would rather you go to a school which is better, which I think you should all do, like based off your cutoff, your PSLE scores and the cutoff point of different schools. Go to whatever school, like the better the school you can. If you didn't make it, it's fine. It's totally fine, okay? You have another chance to redeem yourself in secondary school. Take it. Just to say, it's a second chance to redeem yourself. You always have a chance. It's just whether you have the strength to like stand up after your failure. To be honest, just do what you want. Like the tips I'm giving you right now is just hoping that it would help you. I guess I have another video which a video that I made about how I chose, like I think I was talking about choosing your secondary school, you know. Just the 5 tips I have for you just to help you with choosing your secondary school. I have another video for it. I don't know if I repeated some things inside, but I will put the link up there with, you know, my other video, and then like it will pop up somewhere here like at the end of the video ish. So I hope that this really helped you guys, especially those that are P6 choosing your secondary school. It might be stressful now, but wait until you have your O levels, that is even worse. I'm sorry. Just like a heads up for you guys, I'm going through it this year. Yay! And also, if you guys never watched my video before, or any of my videos to be honest, hi, I'm Valerie and welcome to my channel. I talk about studying and stuff, and I have a lot of study with me's up there. So I hope that this helped you guys. Really do help you guys in a sense, any sense. But if you guys have anything else you want to know about secondary school that I can help you with or tell you about, please just comment it down below, and I'll try my best to film that video and get it up as fast as I can for you guys, because I know it's like a rush right now. And yeah, I also have like a video on like, you know, PSLE and doing well in it, but you can or don't check out that video. I mean, it's up to you. You know, I'm gonna be uploading like a real-time study with me, actually filming it soon. So yeah, but thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, I talk about like a lot of stuff, so like yeah. And yeah, I guess that's it. Like my video, just remember, comment down below whatever you want to watch, whatever I can help you with, anything you guys want to know about secondary school and stuff. I'm here. And yeah, that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.